Today we are meeting with Seth Shore, the writer, creator, and editor of No Parking.
How's it going?
So, was this your first screenplay?
This was my first screenplay.
So what inspired you to write the script?
My family went through some very difficult times. My mother died about 5 or 6 years ago, and watching my dad go through that process was kind of the catalyst, if you will, to start writing the story. And my thought process behind it was, and I didn't even think of this being a movie or anything, I was just using it to get ideas out. And my uncle and my dad were talking about possibly going out on a road trip through Europe, like they had done when they were out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle's going through his own version of grief and loss. And so I just started wondering what it was like, what it would be like for them to go on a road trip, what they would talk about, all that kind of stuff. And so I just started writing it down. And their characters became the characters in the movie, Paul and Ray. And they were born there, but they kind of grew into their own people and their own characters, so they went through their own stuff, and that's where the story came from.
Now, was the script done in a conventional way, or...
No, it wasn't. I don't think we're learning how to do it in a conventional way, but no, it was definitely not done in a conventional way. I wrote the script, probably spent about 3 or 4 months writing, and I got about 60 to 70% of the way through, and then we came to the time when we had to start filming, or we weren't going to have the opportunity to film the movie. So we started filming, and while they're filming, I'm helping out with camera work as well as writing as much as I can, and finished the screenplay on the road while we were doing the shoot. So,
how long did the whole process take, the shooting and everything?
Well, we're still working on it, so it depends on the way you phrase that question, but the process took, for the most part, about 7 or 8 months, and with about 6 months of real hard, heavy work.
How was it being the screenwriter on set and have the creative input in the process?
It's a two-sided coin. It was good and it was bad. It was good because it was fun to get to see the things I've written come to life. It was fun to be a part of that process and get to kind of say, oh no, it's actually more like this, and get to be a part and have my hands on it in that process. The tough part was when you got to see things that you really felt like should be in the story that we weren't just able to get, just because of timing, because of just resources, whatever. And that happens in every movie, I'm sure. So it was hard to see certain things go, but in the end, we came out with a great product. So.
Now, do you have anything else in the works?
Yeah, we're working on a movie called Dark Truths right now, which I am currently in the middle of editing. It'll be a 3D movie and hopefully to be out at the end of this year.
Oh, awesome. You're also the editor of the film. Do you believe that being the screenwriter has helped you in the editing process?
It definitely has. It allows me to go through and know what I can cut, what I can leave, and crafting the story, because it's the second half of the storytelling. When you write, you're coming up with the story, but when you edit, you now have all the pieces, and you get to use the pieces to tell the story. And sometimes when you're editing, the story changes because you see what you have, and you can take it in a different direction, but it actually ends up being a lot of times better. And but it's fun to be able to see what you can do with a look. You can just take a look and you can make it a happy look or a sad look by just the way that you cut around it, the way that you place it, the way that you put music to it. So it's a whole second portion of the storytelling process.
Now, do you have any encouragement or suggestions for people wanting to get into screenwriting?
Just do it. You just do it. That's the way this one started. There's plenty of time to learn. I think a lot of people wait and sit on their butts waiting for that perfect thing to come by for them to do it. And no one starts off being perfect. You always start off with bumps and bruises and hiccups along the way, but that's part of the journey. That's part of the fun. And I'm still not a perfect screenwriter, but I'm writing more screenplays and writing more stories. And they're getting better and better, and it's just it's a lot of fun. So don't let your worry about perfection or your fear of failure stop you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.